Hello, good day. Let's start this new lesson for Unreal Engine 5.7.2. That is it for this lecture. Do you want to learn more? Like and subscribe.
Hello, good day. In this video, I will show you how to create a light. Well, a wall light, we can turn on and turn off the light. So I press play. We have this character. Walk up to this light here. Press E. Turn off the light. So you see the wall light here. Looking nice. Press E. Turn back on the light here. So a simple light and a light that you can interact with by pressing a button. So what I'll do, press escape. I will right click blueprint class, select actor. I will call this PP underscore blue light. Double click to open. So the first thing I need to do is to create a mesh. Choose a static mesh. I'll right click, rename. I'll call this light mesh. So you have this selected. Go across the details panel. The light we're looking for is in the startup content. So what I'll do, this was the door we just worked on, the door project we just worked on. So I'll click here. This will find the door in the starter content. So that's the door we just worked on. What I want is this lamp here. So what I'll do, I'll select this. Then I'll go to the light, go to the mesh, and for the static mesh, I'll just select here. Press this button. So it is now here. So we want to put a light in this mesh here. So you need to add a point light. So select this, type light. We will choose a point light. So the point light is selected. Well, you can give the point light a name, but I'm not going to give it a name because this is kind of straightforward. So the point light is selected. I'll carry it up a bit to about here. This is the intensity. You can carry it up, carry it down. I'm not going to interfere with it, so I'll just press reset. This is the attenuation radius, which is this radius here. So you can make this radius bigger or smaller. So let me zoom out. So if you see there's like a circle around the light, a sphere around the light, when we carry it up, we can make it bigger. Carry it down, we can make it smaller. Just reset, because I'm not going to really change this. One thing I will change is the light color, because I don't want this light to be white. I want the light to be more like blue. So I'll click this. Go across somewhere about here, so select OK. Let's compile, save. So we see here that this is the mesh. Okay, so you're not even seeing the mesh. So I'll zoom in. Now I'll press F. So this is the mesh here. This is the point light. I'll carry the point light more like forward. So it will be like this. Let's compile. So the next thing we need to do is need to add a collision. So before we added a box collision, now we'll add, like, let's say a sphere collision. So what I'll do, I'll go across here, top, press this, type in sphere, type sphere collision. You have this selected. So this will have our scale. This can adjust the size of the sphere collision. Let's increase this to about 5. Let's see. Okay. I'll make this a little bigger. Let's put this to about 6, 7. So now that we have this sphere collision, so I'll just rename this, right click, rename sphere collision. So now that we have the sphere collision selected, just like how we did with the door, we'll do the same thing with the light. So we scroll down and we will need to create an event. The event will activate when there's some kind of overlap. We know there need to be a begin and need to be an end. So we select this. Go back to here, make sure the sphere collision is selected. Then we need to select the end. We need to cast to the third person character because the third person character will be the player that we want to interact with the light. So right click, cast to EP third person character, connect here, duplicate this. So select this, press Ctrl D. So we duplicate this. So I have this here, I'll connect this, connect the other actor, select these two, press Q. Okay, carry this down a bit. The line like this. Right click, select enable input. So if we are enabling input on one, we need to disable the input on the other. So right click, select disable input. So we need to get the player controller and plug in here. So right click, type get player controller. We'll connect this here. We'll connect this here. We'll connect this here. We'll connect this here. So the next thing we need to do is get a key, the E key. We want when you press the E key, the light will turn on or turn off. So right click, type E key, look for the key. That's this. We want when you press the light, so if the light is off and we press E, the light will turn on. And if the light is on and we press E, the light should turn off. So we want the flip-flop. So right click, type in flip, flop. Connect this here. So you want to turn on and turn off the light. So we need to affect the visibility. We select this here, the point light, bring this mesh across, drag across, and set visibility. Then select this, press Control D, and we'll select set visibility. Put this down here. Connect this here. One, we connect this. Two, we connect this. And one will be off. So press this. So basically, one will be visible and one will not be visible. That's the reason why one of these boxes will be checked. Press compile. Back to the viewport. Okay. I'll minimize this. Let's put the light on the wall somewhere about here. So drag the light onto the wall. So the light is on the wall there. Press play. So you see the light is on, it's a blue light. Go into the collision object here. You're not seeing the collision object because we're in game mode. Let's press E. Light is off. Press E. The light is on. So you know the flip-flop is working, you know the light is working. So that's a basic light, a light that we can interact with. We can turn on and can turn off the light. So there you have it.
That is it for this lecture. Do you want to learn more? Like and subscribe. You can also contact us, Impulse Response Enterprises Ltd.